Hi there, listener. You're about to experience TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games, and there will be plenty of game talk, but also copious amounts of crude, off-color, offensive, and immature speech. So if you are of a rather sensitive humor constitution, we're just letting you know what you're in for with this show. It has games. It has jokes. You know, just games and jokes. Take the games, take the jokes, and have a good time.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast, a show that happens twice a week, where two old guys just talk about old games, interesting games, any other shit, whatever.
Whatever.
It's Monday, so whatever.
I'd like to propose a redaction.
Okay.
A permanent change to the script.
Okay.
I think instead of two old guys, we should say that we're two handsome boys.
Two handsome boys. You said that for the handsome boy cast.
Right. Oh, you're right. You're right. I forgot. I'm sorry.
That we'll blow up that casting call in handsome boys. Come on, the handsome boy cast.
Could that be the podcast where we just read Craigslist, like missed encounters?
Oh, man. Man, that's another good idea. Go through the missed encounters or casual encounters and give these people advice. Oh, man, that's good.
I figured I'd save that one. Drop it on you on the show.
Because, man, that was while you porn used to load, I would look over the casual encounters. Sometimes they're sexy. Sometimes I'd have to just walk away.
So sometimes they're lies. What is it? Man. What is it? Missed? It's missed something. It's not missed encounters, is it? Or
misconnections?
Yes, thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
You were the girl at McDonald's in the red sweater. I know we saw each other.
They're always like a poem. They always sound like a poem. I was the man with eggs. You were the woman holding the door.
Okay, well today we are finally delving into another part of Matt's Phat package.
Yeah, man, that's a phrase I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah.
What was he? Because he sent us a shitload of games.
He did.
That we haven't talked about yet.
Because you played this game when you were doing Immature Gaming Month.
I think that was last March.
Yeah, a while ago.
I think it was exactly a year ago. I could be wrong.
Thank you for your patience, Matt.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
So, first off, will be Lollipop Chainsaw. He sent us 3 games of note. Lollipop Chainsaw, Catherine, and 3D Dot Heroes.
I forgot about Catherine. I really want to play 3D Dot Heroes next.
Yeah.
Because I think the developer worked on Bravely Default.
Okay.
Silicon, I think they're called. Super non-generic name for a developer.
Before we start breaking down Lollipop Chainsaw, I'm your bearded host, Tyler. And, of course, I just mentioned Matt gave us this, and Matt was your best friend in middle school. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to think about good middle school best friend stories. And one of my best friends was of Uniracers fame, Josh Nance. And Josh Nance and I was trying to think of, there are a lot of good stories. But specifically?
Pacifically.
No,
I'm pretty sure it's specifically. I'm sorry, we're on the East Coast.
Atlantically.
We're closer to the Gulf of Mexico.
To say. It's better than Indiana. And Antarctically, oceanly.
Tennessee River inly.
There was, of course, back then, middle school, pornography is like, it's like a gem to treasure. Any
middle
kind of pornography.
Yeah.
And, of course, he had HBO and Cinemax. I've gone over before how I'd sit at his house for that. But we're limited those pornography hours between like 10 and 1 in the morning.
Strict.
So that's just a very small window. Yeah. When your pornography needs could be much larger than that.
Almost always. Almost always. Your pornography needs exceed your pornography window.
But he got a VHS tape from his brother. Like his brother was like, I don't need this anymore. Gave it to him. And it was porn. But it was... It was... Josh and I still, like, this would be like the ultimate Tadpog challenge because this porn was so strange. So strange. Because we put it in, and a lot of it's in Japanese. where his brother got this in Western Kentucky, this black unlabeled VHS tape with Japanese pornography. Because as soon as we turn it on, it cuts to a Japanese man in a van with all sorts of girls, and the guy has a fedora, where like the newspaper style fedora on, where you would have like press or whatever tucked into the band, but instead he just has tampons all around the brim. And like he's in this van, and he looks very excited in the back of like what looks like the turtle van, and he's just
Nice.
He's just riding quietly, and then when it stops, he bolts up and kicks open the door and runs out onto a beach, and there are women.
Does he yell cowabunga?
Well, he goes, "Oh, tadpog!"
I thought you were going to say tadpog. I was really excited for a minute.
That's where we got
We
it.
need to find this guy.
Photography. He runs out on the beach with all these sexy girls, and he just like he doesn't pull any out of his hat. He reaches in like almost like an anime and just pulls out like all these tampons in his hands. He's like, "Oh, insert a tampon," and that's what the first 20 minutes is. It's him handing tampons to girls and having them put them in.
And they do?
And they do. On the beach, which I imagine is the worst place for you to use one.
Are you sure this wasn't like the first part of The Ring
It could have been.
that they just don't show in the movie?
But it goes from that to then they're back in the van, and it's the tampon guy. Like now he's driving the van, and in the van are Japanese guys with electric guitars, and they're playing electric guitars with their dicks.
Wow. So a guitar's like, you got to use two hands. So were they like holding frets and then just slapping their dicks across the strings?
The one hand, they were holding their dick like a pick, and they were
Okay.
using it to play.
Not as impressed, but still. Ow, that sounds painful.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know.
Were the chicks into it?
What are the Venn diagram? No chicks. Just guys playing guitars with their dicks. Of course, then they drive to a different place where I remember they're going in, and then it's like more traditional pornography of people having sex. But of course, it's Japanese, so any kind of pubic hair is censored.
Yeah.
But they're having sex. But I remember there being like cabbages placed all around the room.
Are you sure this wasn't an art film?
It could have been. It really could have been. I remember like, and then it went on to like just random clips of regular porn, of course, still Japanese. But like we had that tape, we treasured it just because that was the only like outlet we had until I remember one time Josh's mom very nearly found it, and he gave it to me, and I took it home. And back then I had a waterbed.
Wore it out. And will not play anymore.
No, but it just melted. I had to cram pencils into it and try to wind it back together. No, back then I had a waterbed. So I remember like struggling to pick up half of my full waterbed to hide the tape under there.
Yeah.
Every time I wanted to pull it out. But we eventually, like, my mom nearly found it somehow, like, in the middle of this waterbed, like, making my bed one day. So that's when Josh and I finally decided we had to let it go. So we went out into the middle of the woods where Josh, the same place he said he almost lit a forest fire and just burned the tape. Very, very sadly, Josh and I in the middle of a field burning our Japanese pornography.
I wish you would have set a forest fire burning that tape, because then you have to explain what you were burning to begin with.
That's the only thing that survives. It's like the black box when everything else goes away.
I'm Dave, your bespectacled host, and I'm a little bummed out today. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bummed out. We got back from the homo meth cabin hours ago. I got some bad news. Kyle of Zombies Ate My Neighbors fame last night told me that when they were filming Milo and Otis, there were like 14 goddamn Milos, and like all of them died.
I remember walking in on this conversation.
Like all of them died.
One Otis, one just sturdy ass Otis.
No, there were
many Milos.
There were a lot of goddamn Otises too. From the way Kyle described it, they had farms for each animal, and like I didn't know this because I didn't believe it, and I was drunk when he told me, so I had to verify.
So you fought Kyle for a while.
Yeah.
Don't you say shit about Milo.
So I did some research this morning. Man, if you want to bum yourself out on a Sunday morning, Google that. Because that is some that's a dark spiral that never ends. It's like, I don't know. It's just not good, Tyler. It's just not good. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to rebound from this so we can have a positive show. But I can't make any promises.
Okay.
I would like to put that link in the show notes, though.
Yep, writing it down.
in case anybody totally wants to feel like they just watched Requiem for a Dream.
Oh man. That make you want to call your mom?
Requiem for a Dream?
Yeah.
No.
As soon as it was done, I wanted to call my mom.
Really?
Yeah.
It always makes me want to call Jennifer Connelly. It'd be like, "Are you okay?
And just ask to ask.
Do you need?
Ask to ask.
Who is this? Stop calling!"
Ask to ask. All right. Okay. Another aside. Something we haven't done in quite a while.
Yeah.
What have we been playing?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to bring it back? Can we bring it back for good?
For good and
For
keep
good.
doing it?
For good. New segment.
Most of the time we'll be like,
new segment. Time Lord Josh Edwards wants segments.
Okay.
New segment. Old segment.
New old segment. Because I actually had time to play some other games.
Yeah. Good.
So-
like Batman.
Nope. I've just been riding that 3DS train.
Yeah. What have you been
So
playing on
good.
the 3DS? Did you pick up the new Layton?
I did. So I guess I played and beat Bravely Default. Took me about 119 hours to get through
It's a long
that.
time.
Yep. And then Professor Layton and the Azran Legacy.
The Azran Legacy? Mm-hmm. Those Azrans.
That's crazy Azran.
That's like the name of a Tintin book.
Because that's really what all the series has been building up to. Like you're finding small pieces of this society, like this civilization millions of years ago that was way more advanced than our own current age, but they were wiped out for some reason.
They didn't complete puzzles in a timely fashion.
I think so. That's what the bedrock now is. Instead of there's no alcoholism or smoking or anything else in Layton's world, everyone's just addicted to puzzles.
It's all puzzles.
Which I
Yo,
guess,
my puzzle dealer was out. It's a dry spell. We didn't know what to do.
I played. It's not my favorite. It was good. Not my favorite Professor Layton game. That is probably Professor Layton and the Miracle Mask, also for 3DS.
I can't remember if that's the one I tried or not.
I think was the one you tried for DS?
Something like the Curious Button or something like that.
Curious Village. That's the very first one. Curious.
It was something.
And then I started Yoshi's New Island.
Yeah, cool. What do you think?
I was very excited about it, but it plays and feels the same, but they've changed the art style like enough, and they made it look more like the thing about Yoshi's Island. I think, and I'll get to it more when we actually get to that game. Is the art direction is just beautiful and absolutely timeless and amazing.
I haven't played it. I'm looking forward to playing it.
Oh, man.
I feel like I've missed out because a lot of
Yeah.
people have very fond memories.
It's very
this game.
good, and it'll look good till the end of time. It will look good, but they've made this game. I guess they're wanting to capitalize on that 3DS technology still for some reason.
Even though no one turns that shit on.
Nope.
No one turns that shit on.
They even came out with the 2DS because
Right.
people are like, we don't use it, make it cheaper, and we'll buy more of it. So, but they've added enough modern elements into it that the art direction is different enough that it just.
Yeah, that's a shame. Like,
But
is it
it's
like,
fun. It's
like,
still fun.
Is it still a 2D game?
Yeah.
Okay.
They've just, you could tell they're trying to work on making the graphics better and things like that when it just not necessary.
Doesn't need it?
No. It just needed to look the same and just have new elements and new gameplay, but like keep the look of that. Man, you just don't mess with something that's not broken.
Is it fun at least?
It is fun and I'm enjoying it.
That's cool.
It just, I don't feel, so far, it still is not as good as the Super Nintendo version to me.
You been playing anything else?
Nope, not besides the TADPOG, Lollipop Chainsaw, and Turtles in Time for Wednesday's show.
Yep. Been playing some Turtles in Time myself. God, I really want to talk about that. Not gonna. I've also been playing Bravely Default. I'm about 96 hours in. Kinda ready for it to be over, but I'd like to do an episode on that game.
Yes, yeah.
So I also don't want to say too much about that. I've also been playing Hearthstone, the card game, the virtual card game by Blizzard. That's free. I also want to talk about that on a show, but maybe not for a full episode.
You could have an episode all about stuff like that.
That'd be cool.
Card games, or a lot of RPGs have card games into them. Do an episode over RPG card
Triple
games.
Triad.
Yeah. Because is that from 8?
Yeah, I think that's what it was called in 8.
And there's one from Xenogears that I loved. I actually would take a deck of cards and play the one in Xenogears.
Really? You could
because
play
I
it with
thought it was so fun. Yeah.
What was the name of the one in the card game in Final Fantasy 11? Remember when they tried doing that shit?
Yeah. I don't remember. It was the if you could choose to play Final Fantasy 11 or this game, Tetramaster.
Tetramaster. Yes, sir. I tried that once.
I thought about it, but then didn't.
You should try Hearthstone though, Tyler.
Okay.
I think you, if you can get past the Blizzard part, I think you'd actually enjoy it.
Okay, well, I'll try. I have nothing against Blizzard per se, but
I don't know. I know you're not a Blizzard guy. You know,
Yeah, I mean-
that's the fact that Blizzard did the game isn't going to draw you to it.
right, yeah, I'm not a Blizzard fanboy. That is absolutely true. I enjoyed Warcraft.
Yeah,
Just Warcraft,
you're right.
not World of
World.
Warcraft.
Land. You enjoyed Warcraft Land.
Yeah, and then I never played StarCraft.
Oh,
I was never a StarCraft person either.
Diablo 2 though. I know you're on that
Yeah,
train.
that's true. I was all about Diablo 2, and we played Diablo 3 and enjoyed it until we hit Inferno and had to go to the auction house and all that shit. So
You gonna get the expansion?
I was thinking about
I'm
it.
thinking about it too.
I was really thinking about it.
I don't know.
If I'll have to figure out a way to reinstall Diablo 3. If I can't, then I'm not. But
Are you out of hard drive space?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
I don't
'Cause
have
I remember
much on
whenever
mine,
we
either.
were last night looking over my computer, you're like, "Those are some full hard drives."
I didn't know if you like installed shit on like remote drives or something like that.
Oh.
Because I was worried. I did see those 2 red bars and they were just about full.
Yep, I have a lot of audiobooks.
Oddly enough, no pornography.
Not
Meg
on
will
that
be
computer.
very proud.
Yeah, I have a whole other computer for the pornography. The one that streams to my big screen TV in the living room.
Yes, well,
But okay, Lollipop Chainsaw.
which I constantly call Chainsaw Lollipop. I'm like
Either way.
I'm like a dad in that regard. So if throughout this episode, if I call it Chainsaw Lollipop, sorry about
You got
that.
that chainsaw sucker game?
Right, exactly.
Lollipop Chainsaw, Dad. But this, I guess before we get started,
Yeah,
look around for a train.
I don't see one.
No,
I don't see one. I just heard
we
Trainsy.
didn't plan that.
No one heard that.
Yeah,
no
that
one heard
was
that
really
but us.
faint.
But we swear to Yevon that as soon as we said that we don't hear one, Trainsy piped in. So I guess thank you, Trainsy. Thank you, Trainsy, for reminding me of a little segment that we like to call Dave Reads from Wikipedia.
Insert Vivazuela.
Okay, guys. Lollipop Chainsaw or Chainsaw Lollipop.
It's known in Canada.
This is known in Canada.
Or Australia. Australia. It's all backwards.
Also known in Japan as fuck.
How does lollipop translate in Japanese?
Not.
Without sounding
Oh,
racist.
thank you. Thank you. I was not going to be able. I had no idea this was a translation of lollipop. I was about to go. It's really going to sound racist. Rari papru. Chainsaw. That's it. Rari popo. Rari. I can't do it. Rori popu chinsu. So that was. Take
Yep.
2.
Yeah.
Take 2.
Okay,
Roll with it. Let's roll
I think we should roll with it.
Let's roll with it. Okay. It's an action hack and slash video game developed by Grasshopper manufacturer for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360.
Oh, okay.
It features Juliet Starling, a cheerleader zombie hunter fighting zombies in a fictional California high school. A collaboration between game designer Suda51, which they're notorious,
Yeah. They fucking A right they are.
and filmmaker James Gunn.
Okay, yeah.
The game was published by Kadokawa Games and Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment and was released on June 12th, 2012 in North America. I feel like the game's older than that.
Yeah, it does feel like it's older than that. So far, I've played 2 Suda51 joints.
Yeah.
being Shadow of the Damned and now Lollipop Chainsaw.
I've watched you play Shadow of the Dam, a little bit of Shadow of the Dam.
So far for me, Suda51 is batting 1,000.
Yeah?
I have thoroughly enjoyed both of the games that he's done that I've played.
Yeah? What do you like about them?
They're unapologetically immature, filthy, and they poke fun at themselves about it. They're almost satire of that whole everything that every male gamer sort of has in the back of his mind that he's hoping to see. They're like, fuck it, here it is.
I got a question.
Yes.
This is very important. And I don't know the answer to it.
Okay.
Do you think it's intentional?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. 100%
Okay.
intentional.
Because there are times when playing this game that I'm not going to say the name, Lollipop Chainsaw, that I wondered. I was like, is this intentional or is this because I feel like some of the lines are blurred. Some of the lines are blurred and they usually revolve around costumes.
Yeah.
Because some of the costumes I'm like, I'm not sure if this is like intended as satire or if this is just straight up jerk it material.
That's probably a little bit. You still have to sell the game because they know. I mean, from the Dead or Alive franchise, they know you put bikinis and outlandish boob physics, and you're gonna sell a game.
That's true. That is true. Although I don't think they spent nearly the resources on boob physics as the Dead or Alive
Beach
series
Volleyball.
has.
Oh. I didn't know that was a movie either until I watched the first 30 minutes of that movie, Dead or Alive the movie.
No, I didn't know that was a movie.
Oh fuck.
They should have just shown a volleyball game.
Well, it's weird. They take it pretty seriously, and it's displayed sort of like Tekken. Only I forget one of the stars is the trailer trash.
Ray Romano. Okay,
that'd be awesome.
Sorry,
the trailer trash girl from My Name Is Earl.
Jamie Presley.
Jamie Presley. Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah, Jamie
That's probably
Presley
wrong.
and some other attractive girls. I think you're right. I think it is Jamie Presley. But that'll be the show notes because it is fucking ridiculous. And if Second Breakfast ever wants to do that crossover, I'm all for
We're
it.
in.
But it's like
I played this a year ago, so
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna let you. This is all you. I'm gonna ask questions, and I'm probably gonna remember shit as you say it.
Okay.
So I'll just be here going, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all right."
But it's also, I mean, the Suda51 games kind of remind me of, it really puts the dick humor out there in the forefront and is, like I said, very unapologetic about it, and I love that. I love it. This is our thing. He's done another game for PS2. I can't remember the name of it, but I'd like to play it eventually. But so far, okay, great. Lollipop Chainsaw. So you are Juliet Starling. Your whole family is zombie hunters.
Right.
And she is apprenticed under an Asian master of zombie hunting.
Uh-huh.
It takes a spin from like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of immediately.
No,
was Buffy.
Only Juliet is super cheerful and happy, and Buffy is an emo mess a lot of the time. And as Buffy the show progresses, you see Buffy gets like darker and she's sarcastic, but she kind of loses her shit after a while. Juliet loves what she does, and she is very happy to do it, and that never goes away throughout the whole course of the game, which I liked. But also, like I enjoy Juliet's character because this kind of character. This is not the first time I've seen it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
I'm not. You have told several stories of. I do believe you told on this show a story. You tried to kiss a girl and she like backflipped out of the room because she had cheerleading practice.
she wanted to be a cheerleader. She wasn't even a cheerleader. She's like, I gotta practice my backhand. No, I was talking about friend of the show, Leva Bates.
Oh, okay.
She played this character as a Dungeons and Dragons character way before this game came along. So as soon as I turned on this, I thought of Buffy and Leva's character because they're both. It's pretty.
I don't
perfect.
recall Leva's character having a severed head of her boyfriend that she wore around.
That's true. not yet. She would have had a severed head of Jacob's character if we could have given her one. But yeah, of course, Juliet wakes up morning of her 18th birthday. Mm-hmm. You get the gratuitous, she's like in the shower scene talking about how much she loves her boyfriend and her friends and her family's all shady and crazy, but she loves them anyway, and she's super happy, upbeat. When she leaves...
She's 18, she's legal now.
Yeah,
of course she's
true.
happy. Of course she's happy. She can fuck whoever she wants, and parents can't say anything.
It's true. On the way to school, apparently now zombies have run amok throughout her school.
Mm-hmm.
and she's able to get to her boyfriend just in time to see him get bitten. And of course, you have her patented weapon is her chainsaw that she just carries around everywhere. It is also her cell phone.
Right. I like that. That's a nice touch.
Yeah.
A little dangerous design. Little, I mean.
So you're going through, and before you get to her boyfriend, Nick, you're chopping up zombies, saving other students who always tell her, I'm going to masturbate to you tonight, Juliet. Thanks for saving me. And helicopters are saving the students, and she's jumping over cars, killing teachers that have been infected who are harassing her and things like that. You get to Nick gets bitten, and Nick tells her, I didn't tell you this before, but I love you, and that makes Juliet, she makes her decision then. She has to save Nick. Mm-hmm. So you see the chainsaw come up, and then it cuts to black, and then blood splatters all over the screen. Cut to her in a classroom where she's performed an arcane ritual, and there is just Nick's talking head sitting there. And that's when she confesses to Nick that she knows a little magic because she is a zombie hunter.
A little bit.
A little bit. Enough to reanimate a head.
You glossed over something I want to talk about.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
You're right. I've forgotten that when you save some students, some of the male students will say, thank you. I will masturbate to you later. Mm-hmm. I remember this because I remember cringing when I was playing the game. An NPC said that, and then Nikki said, did that guy just say he's going to masturbate to you? Yep. Yes, he did. I don't know how I feel about it either, but we're going. Yep. We're pushing forward.
And of course, as you kill zombies, you can sparkle hunt zombies, which if you kill at least 3 at once, zombies also drop zombie medals, and that is the game's currency. Bronze medals you use to buy equipment upgrades and move upgrades, the soundtrack, and alternate outfits for Juliet.
Costumes.
So I never bought any other costumes for her.
You get some for free, don't you?
You get the first one for free. You get her cheerleading outfit, the San Romero Knights. But then there are her pajamas and her wearing like her mom's outfit. There's a latex outfit. I think the most expensive one is the white bikini. But you get those for silver medals. The silver medal currency is only for buying art, songs, and costumes. And then the bronze is for equipment upgrades and moves.
And the game is built around a combo system. Mm-hmm. Like that's how you fight the zombies. And correct me if I'm wrong, you get better rewards for longer combos and better combos. Is that right?
Yeah, because you can hit enemies with your pom-poms.
Right. Like that one makes sense.
You can switch fluidly between pom-poms and the chainsaw. Mm-hmm. So you use your pom-pom to make the zombies groggy, quote unquote, and then they're very easily just one hit with the chainsaw will kill them.
Do you think that just takes a SIM card, the chainsaw, or I mean, is it like would Verizon set that up for you? How do you go about doing that?
So you just walk into Verizon store and throw in a chainsaw.
There you go.
Now, if you don't want AT&T to get my business, you need to make this in a cell phone. I'm just logging all the live long day. I need my cell phone in here.
I'm logging all the live long day.
I'm just logging all live long day.
I like that. When you're editing this, if you could cut that out and send it to me, I'd appreciate it because I want to set it as your ringtone whenever you call me.
Which, well, granted, you probably would only hear it like once every 6 months.
Yeah, you're probably right. And then someone, like when it goes off, someone will be like, is someone's phone ringing? I thought phones just vibrated now. What the fuck?
Because generally, if I do actually call someone, it freaks them out because I avoid making a phone call unless I absolutely have to.
Unless I fall asleep before uploading
then
the
you'll
episode.
get a lot of phone calls from me.
Then I'll get 9 phone calls. I took a screenshot of that, so maybe I could send that to you. We can put it in the show notes.
You'll get a lot of phone calls. Nikki gets a lot of phone calls, and I'll blow up your Skype with a lot of phone calls.
Yeah, I had 9 the other day. I felt pretty bad when I woke up. I was like, oh, Tyler probably wants that episode to go up. Either that or he died really slowly. Slowly. I took all 9 times. I just called back Tyler. Your plea for help was not under 3 minutes, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got cut.
Not going to play it on the show.
Oh, okay. So then Juliet keeps Nick on her belt right next to her ass. So anytime Nick speaks, you also get a peek of Juliet's dress and her pretty panties. So that's always the thing of her bending over and it cuts her face, which is it's beautifully animated. Like the whole game looks really good. I was impressed with the visuals.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty good.
Very polished.
I think like all the cutscenes look good. I think the art direction looks great. You know, I think they did a great job of everything being cohesive and setting the tone. But I do think that some of the animations I thought were a little stiff. But I also think that's something that's pretty common in games like this, where there are multiple enemies. And it's like obvious when you lock onto a target, you know, and you're super stiff going to that target, and sometimes enemies will like clip through you a little bit and stuff like that.
That's
so
true.
I mean, but overall, pretty good. I think honestly, I played Deadpool around the same time, and I'd put it like in the same area of both gameplay and visuals.
While I thoroughly enjoyed this game, I couldn't play a lot of games like this back to back. It's been a long time since I've played like, you know, a crazy hack and slash. So it was a nice departure. But these games like this are more like palate cleansers than what you want to be like your style of game that you really prefer.
I really want to play Dragon's Crown. I really want to play that game and talk about it on the show.
Yeah.
Because it is also, there was a lot of controversy around that game, like there was with this game. Because I know this game took a lot of flack because they thought it was, a lot of critics thought that the game was exploitative. And
I can see where it is.
I can see that as well, but like you said earlier, I really do think this game is more tongue in cheek satire than it never takes itself seriously.
Yeah.
It never does. And I think that's really important to consider when you think about that controversy, because it's like, you know, Grand Theft Auto has a lot of controversy surrounding it too, but that game does take itself seriously at times.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of humor in those games, but the whole game isn't a joke. You know, they try to tell an actual story, and there's a lot of drama in those games. So I think when that happens, the lines kind of get blurred as to what is supposed to be taken seriously and what isn't.
Yeah.
But like this game is, I mean, it's all kind of slapsticky. I feel like the whole time I knew that no one was taking this game seriously. I mean, they were putting effort and love into it, but it wasn't.
You can tell it was for fun. It was just a fun game.
Exactly.
But it's highly sexualized in a funny way, but also you have a strong female protagonist, her and her sisters, and they're, you know, a foremost fighting force.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can see it's kind of it looks
like
back and forth.
It's like the Charlie's Angels syndrome.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, there
I
you
mean,
go.
because it's like they're all the women in the game are very talented and great at what they do, and they're strong, much stronger than the men in the game.
Because it flips the script a little bit where Nick is just tagging along. You know, Juliet's helping him all the time.
But they are over. I mean, I don't know. I will go ahead and say I think they're over sexualized, and I think that's a style decision.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that is like a political statement or anything that like women need to be over sexualized in order to be powerful or anything like that.
Yeah. I think it's the game is completely, it's two polar opposites mashing together with the bright and the cutesy and then the dark goth undead. Like, so I think it's intentional for like the sexualization around like all the undead. You know, you don't see it a lot. So it's like both sides of the coin are just inflated just to mash together.
It's interesting. I also think that you throw into that a lot of the narrative is done in cutscenes, but like the overworld map and some of the story elements are told through like an old Tales from the Crypt comic book style.
Yeah.
I loved that. I think that was an amazing decision.
Suda 51 does that with, you know, several things. And it's like Shadow of the Dam, there's a lot of like, it looks like it's paper mache marionettes is how they tell cutscenes in the story and things like that. So he likes taking something just completely opposite, you know, and just run the other way with it. But I feel like Lollipop Chainsaw lends itself better to it. Like the ending is done panel by panel, you know, comic strips, like it's good. But you save Nick, and then you meet your sensei, and then it turns out that the goth kid everybody made fun of wants to destroy the world and has now led some sort of arcane ritual to open...
Again, with the arcane rituals.
Yeah, there are three worlds. There's like the world of basically heaven, Rotten World, and our world. And he has figured out a way to thin the barrier between our world and Rotten World. And gases from Rotten World have gotten in and turned everybody into zombies. And then he summons the four the 4 gods of Rotten World to this plane, and Juliet has to go across and slay the 4 Rotten World gods, and then take on the goth kid Swan.
And if that sounds interesting to you, you should check out Scott Snyder's run of Swamp Thing, because it's very similar.
Oh, okay.
Super similar. And I think actually came out after this game. So if not,
Swamp Thing always ripping off Lollipop
I know,
Chainsaw.
right? I know. If not, it was very close.
Yeah.
Still a good read.
Because, and then each, these Rotten World zombie gods are all broken down basically by music genre. So the first one you fight is...
They hate musicians.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really like, love cheerleaders, hate musicians.
Yep.
That's what I took away from this game.
Because you fight, I think Zed is the first one, and he is very into heavy metal. So he's screaming, and when he screams, actual letters appear and fly at you. You have to dodge. Like he screams "cocksucker" at you, and "cocksucker" comes up the screen. You have to dodge the letters. And
I was torn on that. Because I thought that was a really cool idea, but I also thought it was a really cheesy idea, which kind of goes with everything in this game.
Yeah.
So it was really hard, because it was like, I thought the voice acting in that fight was really good,
Yeah.
and I liked that there was a villain that I liked. You know what I mean? Like, all the villains have personality.
Yeah. Because you get their stats right before you fight them, their likes, dislikes, and their inspiration and things like that.
It's cool. I like it.
Yeah, all the boss battles are very, very big and epic, which I really enjoy. You kill Zed, and then next you go to the next zombie lord is a female who is like very hippie. Like you fight her, and she's got her large
Kumbaya.
Yeah.
I don't know I can't remember the fight exactly. There's like you're revolving around her.
You're on like a rainbow, and she's like shooting these bubbles at you, and then like combines come down and are chasing you around, and you're trying to shoot her. Eventually,
Because she's possessing like all these mechanical, like all this farm equipment and stuff, isn't she?
yeah, that, and then like football players, all the athletes from the school, she possesses and controls the baseball players and the football players. Anytime you kill, there are named zombies hidden throughout the game, and when you kill a named zombie, it unlocks their bio, and their bios are always humorous when you go through, and like you get an achievement for finding all the named zombies. Like the football player Alexander, everybody called him like Mr. Mind Blowing because of his amazing abs, how he would run in touchdowns, and all the blowjobs he'd give the other football players.
I didn't read those.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have.
They're all really,
sounds
really
pretty
good.
But for goofs, he did it for goofs though.
Just goof with your bros.
Yeah.
And then after you fight Kumbaya Zombie Lord, and you fight the Master of Funk,
Yeah.
which that's where the game takes a big departure, because you go to the arcade, and there are several arcade type levels that you have to go through. Which that's the another Suda 51 like massive departure from the rest of the gameplay. Which he did. I feel like he did enough levels where it didn't feel tedious to me. Like if I had been forced to do it like 2 more times, I would have been like, fuck this.
That was my least favorite part of the game.
Yeah.
Which I think is a shame, because I really like video games. You would think that like this is the part that I should like the most. But there's a part in that game where you are in an arcade machine, I guess, and there's a vertical scrolling. Yeah, and you got to like race up, and you have to shoot obstacles. And if you don't shoot them all, you die, and you have to start from the beginning.
Yeah, if you get bumped once, it's all the way back to the beginning.
Yeah, I appreciate what they were trying, but man, that almost did incur a rage quit.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I got frustrated several times on that part. You kill the Master of Funk. He's in a spaceship, and then he's on like all these rising and falling platforms, and he's
Reminded me of Guitaru Man.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it really did.
He speaks in auto-tune. Basically, when he's taunting Juliet, he kidnaps her youngest sister, and you have to save her, and her dad. And then the last one being See, here's where I wish they would have, because I know rock and roll is not heavy metal, but I feel like if you're looking for 4 distinct styles, they're a little close, because the last guy is rock and roll.
Right.
So he's got the leather jacket and a pompadour, and his fucking boss fight took so long, because he pulls out he's on his motorcycle with waving around his axe and fighting you, and then it slowly turns to like an elephant motorcycle, then a bigger elephant motorcycle, then he looks like the Mammoth Zord from Power Rangers as you're fighting him and breaking him down. He has so many phases, but you fight him, and then Swan taunts you, saying, thank you, you've opened up the gate for the ultimate zombie. Now one last sacrifice, and he blows his head off with a shotgun, and that summons the most powerful zombie in Rotten World, Killabilly, which is the giant stay-puffed marshmallow version of Elvis.
Yes.
So it's
Who's also Juliet's father, by the way. Elvis is not
That's true.
Not the rockabilly zombie.
Yeah. Her father is absolutely modeled after Elvis.
Definitely Elvis. I think he is Elvis.
That's what Elvis did. He retired and became a zombie
that's
hunter.
exactly what happened to Elvis. Yes.
Oh, what's that movie that Bruce Campbell did?
Bubba Hotep.
Bubba Hotep. Yep.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Write that down in the show notes.
Also sad. Also a sad movie.
Yeah, I have it. Josh Nance bought it for me years ago. I think just because he wanted to watch it. So he's like, I don't want to actually have to buy this. Got you DVD, bro. All right, thank you.
Can I have that weird tampon movie back now? It's a trade, even trade.
Put in a tampon. Why are you singing in English?
That's what we like in America.
But then it's you running through, getting to Rockabilly, and then he picks you up, and you have to. Your chainsaw also functions as a shotgun, and you have to shoot it into his eyes until he drops you, and then it's a big thing about you chopping off all of his fingers.
Yes.
Running
Which I thought
out-
was cool.
Yeah, all his fingernails, and then all of his fingers, and then you run up his arm, and your dad then blows a hole in his face, and you jump down his throat. Mm-hmm. And that's really that last phase, chopping off his hand, is where you really beat him and go inside. And you. Another thing about Nick is Nick's just a head. If
Right.
you can find bodies of zombies, you can put Nick's head on the zombie and
Yeah, you
sort of
decapitate the
control.
zombie and yeah.
Then Nick can he's stronger in zombie form than Juliet is physically, so he can move barriers out of the way. And
That's essentially what he is used for.
Yeah.
Moving shit out of the way.
yeah, so when you jump inside Killabilly, you find his heart. Your sensei calls you from the other world because he has since died, but
Spoilers.
The connection where he can call you through your chainsaw phone is established there, and he's like, "Oh, you got to put Nick on." Swan's body is attached to Killabilly's heart, and you have to put Nick on him and explode, and that's how you do it. But
Pretty weird.
pretty weird.
Sounds pretty weird.
Yeah, but
You told me something I didn't know about.
Yeah.
This game has 2 endings. I didn't know that. I had no idea because I got the bad ending,
so did I.
which I thought was actually great. I thought it fit. It's perfect with the zombie genre because in a zombie movie, if it's a good zombie movie, the ending should be bad. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it should at least, if not bad, it should be dissonant.
Yeah.
You know, it's like James Gunn did the Dawn of the Dead remake, and spoilers, things don't end too well for that group. It looks like it's gonna, but then it doesn't.
Yeah.
I love that, and I love that they kept true to that trope. Mm-hmm. If you don't save all of the NPCs,
Yeah.
you get the bad ending. If you do save all the NPCs, they masturbate to you, but you also get a good ending.
Yeah.
The bad ending is Juliet's mom is a zombie at the end. Mm-hmm. The big reveal. I was a little disappointed that I thought the game was going to continue after that, and you were going to have to she was like a hidden boss or something. Unfortunately, not the case.
Yeah.
The good ending is you have a birthday party.
Yep. So because at the end, Nick,
One is exciting, the other's not.
because spoilers again, Nick gets a new body, but it's much shorter now, so he only comes up just perfectly to Juliet's breast.
Yes, because it's her master's old
Yeah.
body,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So basically, everyone survives at the end. So her mom being a zombie was good. It was appropriate. I enjoyed that one better. But I like bittersweet. I mean, I could take it more people surviving, but kill off her mom.
Especially when
Right.
zombies are involved.
Yep.
Right? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's just how you do it.
Yeah. I don't really have any achievements because this game had plenty of achievements.
It had a lot of achievements. My favorite achievement was the Pulp Fiction reference. Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead.
Yeah.
When you kill Zed. when you kill Nick. I don't know why they named it that. It was weird.
You get one for using the camera to look up her skirt. You
Yeah.
unlock an achievement.
You do.
Which I didn't unlock that one. I actually didn't do that. Then when I was looking through it, I was like, oh, okay, I missed that one.
They were talking about that on I can't remember what podcast it was, some gaming podcast. And I remember hearing that and thinking, oh man, I don't know how that makes me feel. It's like when I was playing this game the whole time, it was like, don't accidentally look up her skirt. Like whatever you do, I don't want that achievement showing up in my list.
That's true. I didn't think about that. Overall, my only really qualm is I don't like buying moves in a game. So all my currency was going to me improving my stats. So I just kind of skipped moves. I feel like moves you should unlock as you progress or as you learn, just not to where currency is so finite. You have to decide between moves or between stat boosts.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like that because I like feeling like I've got control and feeling like I'm making decisions to customize. But I was also I typically spent my currency on my zombie medals. Sorry, I'll be professional. On ability score increases because I wasn't really good at doing combos.
Yep, neither was I.
So it was like, maybe I'm not going to buy these things because I'm not going to be able to utilize them.
Plus, I wanted to see, because every time you buy like sandwiches or shoes or something like that to increase your weight, I want to see what the next one was because each one is different.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I like that too.
So that some of the camera work was a little wonky at times, but other than that, I really enjoyed this game. It's a nice little different departure.
I thought it was pretty okay.
Yeah.
I did. I thought it was pretty okay. It's one of those games where I would recommend it, but I would recommend that you buy it inexpensively.
Yeah. Like now.
Yeah, and probably by now it's around $15.
I might have been upset on release date if I paid $60.
I definitely would have been.
For free from Matt's Phat package. Wonderful.
Great. So that might be skewing our opinion a little bit because we're not being burned by that.
Yeah.
We don't have a $60 hole in our hearts.
So I do think overall, like, this is probably max a 6-hour game.
Not very long. Yeah, not very long. And it doesn't feel very long either because it's extremely cheerful, like you said. It feels like it's a light game.
Yeah. And there's not really any dull moment. You just go from like action to action to action.
Yeah, there's no
with
pattern.
Entertaining cutscenes, and it flows really well.
Yeah.
You could sit down, like if you could get really invested and beat this in a single sitting.
I almost did when I played it.
Yeah.
Which I like. I like it when a game knows when to fucking end and not pad the content just so people can play repetitively for 12 more hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we gotta give these guys a 12 to 18 hour experience. No, just get in and get out if that's all you're gonna do.
Yeah. I'm with you 100%.
Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
I had a lot of fun talking about chainsaws and lollipops and panties and
Upskirt shots.
Man,
and
that word just doesn't sit well with me.
Panties.
I don't know why. There's something about it. But anyway.
the Seinfeld Dirty Talk, that episode.
Oh, yeah.
Where Jerry decides to dirty talk. Because I was like watching that episode of Seinfeld, and he's like, I said something dirty to her. I was like, well, they're not going to say anything. What did you say? And as soon as he opens his mouth, I was like, what could they possibly say on daytime cable that is going to be okay? And he fucking does it. I laughed so hard that he's actually able to make me like, okay, that is PG and still fucking hilarious. Clip in the show notes if you want to know what it was, so I can find it. Yeah.
But if you were to give this game, Tyler,
Yes.
some form of beard that would tell the world, you would wear it proudly every day, show the world how you feel about this game, what kind of beard would it be?
So when you were a kid, did you ever get candy necklaces?
Constantly. I was like a pimp with all of my candy necklaces and ring pops. I even had a large diamond tipped candy cane that I would hit smaller girls with.
Like when you chew on your candy necklace and then you let it go back under your neck, and as the saliva tipped candy will drag down your face.
God, you were grossing me the fuck out.
It is
right now.
gross. It is so fucking gross, isn't it?
You're grossing me out.
I thought about doing a segment of like, Dave, what's the grossest thing? And that was gonna be my grossest thing because I think it's so gross.
That's up there.
But I give it a kid's saliva soaked candy streak.
Oh, a kid's? Not just like yours, it's a kid's?
I always see little kids at like church functions that have these fucking striped necks running around.
They're like Beetlejuice.
Exactly.
That sounds like that description though doesn't make it sound very good.
No, it's not. It doesn't involve blood and gore. So I guess anything that doesn't involve blood or gore is a pretty good beard. But it's a good visual. I'm sure most people can picture that and appreciate that as a beard.
Not only picture it, like almost experience the sensation. I don't like it. It's like when you describe nails on a chalkboard or something. Like you get that immediate response. Ugh. Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna center myself again. I got excited thinking about candy necklaces. But if you were to give this game a pair of glasses, what kind of glasses would you give it?
Simply put, Roy Orbison's glasses.
Okay. I think that's super fitting.
Yeah,
super fitting. It ties in with music, dead people. Mm-hmm. Am I missing another connection?
Nope.
All right.
But you see, though, some villains, have that sort of rock and roll thing, so it works. It works.
I like it. I dig it. Some people called us.
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, first call.
Fellow Little Caesars hot and ready aficionados, I have a question. This is Baby Debs calling again. What are your thoughts on the wonderful, awesome deep dish pepperoni? It's so good. It's $3 more. It's 1,000,000 times better. What do you think? Later.
All right, that was a good question that I don't have an answer to because I've never had the deep dish hot and ready. No, Tyler, have you?
I have not.
Would you? I would like to propose. You can shoot this down if you don't feel like it's appropriate, but I think it's a really good idea, and I'd like to share it with you right now on this show. I think
we need to kiss.
We need to take our pants off and then just take it in. Just take it in. Just I don't know.
We've been in a cabin all weekend, just taking that vinegary ball smell that's accumulated while we've just been eating and drinking and playing games.
We just need to just take the pants off and then just assess. Just assess the pressure in the room. See where it goes. But also, I think that for when we record Turtles in Time, I think we need to get a Little Caesars deep dish hot and ready pepperoni.
Okay.
I think it's only appropriate, and I think it only shows respect to the turtles in the game.
Okay, deal.
We need a pizza time.
We'll eat it quickly and just
breathe heavily on the microphones.
Turtles in time. All right. Pizzas on. Yeah, pizza anytime.
Yeah, as a backup, if we get lazy, which we might, I might have some Totino's pizza rolls in the freezer we can cook instead. We'll tell you how we like those. Thank you for the sponsorship, Totino's. We love your crispy, roof of the mouth blistering pizza treats.
Mm-hmm. Bite in and squirt out all over your fingers and burn them oil and pizza, pepperoni product. Yes. Thank you for calling. Excellent question. Way under 3 minutes. Loved it. Mm-hmm. And we'll let you know.
Next call.
What's up, guys? It's Phil in Salem. I'm not sure how I feel about doing segment bumpers, but if you guys are going to roll with it, let me do a submission here. Dave Reed from Wikipedia, motherfucker!
What do you think? In or out?
That's pretty good.
I think it's in.
We get a higher quality version of that. Yeah.
Okay, you want a higher quality version?
Yeah.
Okay. We don't know how you're gonna do it, but we like it.
Yeah.
We like this concept.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not saying I know they're busy. I know Megalixer's busy, and we've actually asked you to cover one of Phil's entries before. So I think that didn't go. I mean, clearly you didn't like that idea, so I don't know why you'd like this one. But
like, what can you do with a 2-second train sound?
I love it though. I love the bumper. I think you're right though. I think we need a higher quality version. Mm-hmm, so if there's some way we can work that out.
So Phil, if you want to fly over to Kentucky and make some train noises and yell for us,
bring some Gooder sandwiches with you. We'll have a good time.
Yeah, it'd be good time.
Got another call here, Tyler. I think this is someone that we haven't heard from in a while because we recorded Blake's interview like months ago.
Yep.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Exalted Lord Mike of Purdue here. With this week's Would You Rather. This week's Would You Rather is not, I repeat, is not video game related. Some I'll go ahead and say, I love video games. So this phone call is video game related. All right, this week's Would You Rather. In the end, so this one is going to be out there just to appease some people, especially guest hosts.
Blake.
This week's Would You Rather. Would you rather wake up naked and sore and without any memory of the night before next to the Burger King telling you you had it your way? Or would you rather wake up naked and sore without any memory next to Ronald McDonald telling you you were loving it? Let's go with Burger King. I'd rather have it my way than be loving it, I guess. Yeah, have it my way. So hopefully that'll get some responses going. Guys, keep up the good work, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.
All right, I think this is an obvious one, right?
Mm-hmm. We'll just cut straight to the bone of the question. Who would you rather have penetrate your anus? The King or Ronald McDonald?
The King or a clown?
Yep. A guy in a... Yeah.
A guy who can set you flush with cheeseburgers for the rest of your life, or a pedophile clown?
Who can set you up in like a house if you ever have surgery. So
a keep.
Yeah.
He can make you a lord. Not a Tadpog Nation, a Burger King. Kingdom. A kingdom, Tyler.
I'm going to have to go Burger King. Have the King penetrate me. I'd probably ask him, like, would you wear this Mr. Tasty mask from Pete and Pete?
Okay.
So
that's an odd fantasy.
That's how I want it.
That is your way.
Yeah, that's my way.
Could you ask the King to dress up as Ronald McDonald?
Ooh.
That's then you're having it your way and you're loving it.
Yeah, that's clearly that's the way to do it.
It's a little role playing. So I'm gonna go that route.
Yep.
I'm gonna have it both ways.
But thank you for a more hardcore Would You Rather, Exalted Lord Mike.
That was a lot better than Are We Extremely Hot or Extremely Cold? I liked this one because it was thought provoking. Thank you, Exalted Lord Mike of Purdue. Got one more call, Tyler.
All right.
First off, it's Paul. How you doing, guys?
We're doing well.
Thanks for plugging the show so much on the Requiem Jam episode. It was awesome.
You're very welcome.
Very welcome.
And Tyler, you
Yes.
a standing invite. I thought I made that clear. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Paul.
We got to jump on. Everybody, all three of us. In fact, bring Meg, bring Nikki. We'll have a 5-player game of something. I don't know what yet, but we'll all have super duper tons of fun. Okay? You are now officially invited, standing invite. Anytime you want to play games, we'll jump on What's Paul Playing Today and have an episode. Secondly, Dave, you weren't that grumpy. Don't give me
Pretty
that.
grumpy.
It was fun. Hammerwatch was awesome. All right?
Pretty grumpy.
Take care, guys. Later.
I think Paul was asking to join in our conjoined marriage beds.
It did kind of sound like a 5-some request.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm
That's
not
fine.
ruling it out.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
If you're into pregnant chicks, Paul, I guess that's fine. Or if you want to wait like 6 more months, Meg will have to have the baby, then she'll feel self-conscious, and then we both need to work out a little bit more before we bring a totally new party in. So give us some time to have a baby and get back in shape.
Unless you know the Burger King, in which case we're on right now. We could do this 6 ways because that's how I want it. I want it that way. I want it 6
a
ways.
Backstreet Boys song. So if you want, oh shit, that's good. We need to give Paul a title.
We do need to give Paul a title. Do you have any suggestions?
Nope, not the moment.
Okay, we'll come up with something.
Yeah, it requires more thought than just like.
Yeah. Also, Paul sent me a message yesterday. He streamed himself playing Turtles in Time. So hopefully by the time this episode goes up, we'll have a YouTube link for that. Mm-hmm. And if you haven't played that game, which first of all, I guess shame on you. I don't really want to shame. I feel bad. I feel bad shaming, but really shame on you because come on, it's fucking Turtles in Time. What have you been doing with your life? Mm-hmm. What are you doing with your successful career?
$10, you can play it all day long at Game Galaxy in Nashville.
Let's do it.
Just go.
So if you haven't played the game, check out Paul's video. You'll get some kind of context about the madness we're going to talk about on Wednesday.
Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes or Stitcher. So you don't miss the next episode, we'll be talking about IGN's 39th ranked game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4 Turtles in Time. While you're there, don't forget to subscribe, give the show a 5-star rating, write a review.
Why not?
If you want us to do a game, include it in the review, and we'll get to it eventually.
Or mail us a free copy, and we'll talk about it a year later.
That's also, buy it for us or mention it.
You're welcome, Lord Matt.
That's all I got.
Don't worry, guys. Like Tyler said, we will be back. We'll be eating a hot and ready unless we totally forget about it. Possible, entirely possible. Still a good question. Thanks for calling in with that. It warms my heart. I also like to think about pizza. Sometimes that's how I go to sleep at night. I'll lay in bed with all kinds of worries. I'll be thinking about work the next morning. I'll be thinking about projects that are due in 2 weeks. I just don't have time. And I'll think about it.
Nikki tries. He's like, hey, Dave, can we think about pizza?
Thinking about pizza. I got to think about pizza so I can go to sleep. Unless you, Tyler, Meg, Paul, and Burger King come in this room right now, I'm thinking about pizza.
It's sleepy pizza time. You don't fuck us unless it's a 6-way.
In the meantime, if you can't get enough Tadpog goodness, you can always find us on tadpog.com. That's where the show notes live. You can read about horror stories of Milo and Otis behind the scenes. I read that they had like 72 hours of footage from Milo and Otis. This has got to be a hoax. Someone please tell me this is not true. I can't believe it. But that'll be in the show notes.
Yep.
You can, man, I wish it was all out there for you to watch. Kinda. There's probably some really grotesque like shit. It probably could have been recut as a fucking torture porn movie.
We couldn't get our Walking Dead playthrough on YouTube for being too long, but there's probably a 72-hour cut of fucking Milo just dying over and over and over again.
In Japanese.
Oh, Milo!
So there's no context whatsoever to this senseless animal slaughter. So enjoy, Internet. You can also find us on Facebook. We're at facebook.com/tadpog. There are a lot of cool people doing a lot of cool shit. For example, go there and check out John Sullivan's art of undead George Washington, to whom I bend the knee to. He is my ruler. I put him above our Lord and Savior Gary Larson. That's where my allegiance is. That's how that goes. And then Tadpog's number 3. So
okay.
So I mean, if either
and then
of those,
maybe Nikki.
Is it maybe?
It goes George Washington, Gary Larson, Tadpog.
Pizza, and then Nikki. So I love you, sweetheart, but I know you haven't been listening. I know you haven't. I know you haven't been listening to the show, so I bumped you down to 5. Still love you, though. I do. I still love you. Happy anniversary, by the way. we just had our 5th anniversary. She's still married to me. Yep. I don't know why.
5 years. You're halfway done.
Yep. You can also find us on Twitter. Twitter Army is strong as always. We're at Tadpog_podcast. Retweet us. Send us a message. We like talking. We like talking sometimes.
I signed into my Twitter the other day.
Yeah, I saw that you started following Tadpog Podcast.
Yep.
So that was cool.
My Twitter feed is just porn stars. That's all it is.
And Tadpog.
It's porn stars, Tadpog, I think a few Conan O'Brien things. That's about it.
Not just Conan O'Brien. Conan O'Brien things. Is that what you said?
Yeah. whole different account.
Would you like to follow Conan O'Brien or things?
I'm not so much entertained by Conan O'Brien, but I do like his things.
Our intro song, Tyler, is Moves by Sycamore Drive.
Yes.
A link to that track can be found in the show notes at tadpog.com.
If anybody wants to call us.
They can do it. They can do it. I totally forgot that.
Yep.
They can call us at 270-883-2555.
Yeah.
Please call us. We like it. We love the questions. We love hearing from you. Because otherwise,
awesome calls this week.
Oh,
so good.
Fucking brilliant calls. Please keep it up. I thought I had the phone number memorized, but I didn't. I memorized it and forgot it.
Homo meth cabin. Knocked a few, yeah.
So I don't know. I'll work on it.
Okay, until next time, Tropical Capricorn.
Arthur, can you say Gooter sandwich?
Gooter sandwich.